One story a day for beginners.
Published by DC Canada Education Publishing. Book 4 for April.
Story 1. Dog or puppy? Jim is learning English. He learns about animals. He learns the words dog, cat, sheep, cow, and goat. Do you know what a baby dog is called? It's a puppy. What about a baby cat? It's a kitten. Baby sheep? Lamb. A baby goat is a kid. What about a baby cow? That's a calf. Wow! There are lots of words to learn.
When I was a baby, I was called a kid.
Story 2. Haircut. My grandpa is 80 years old. One day, he asked me to give him a haircut. I'm only 10 years old. I've never cut anyone's hair before. How can I do this? I cried. But my grandpa said, "Try it. You can learn." So, I took the scissors and slowly I cut my grandfather's hair. Luckily, Grandpa didn't have much hair. What do you think of your haircut, Grandpa?
Story 3. Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa is famous for helping poor people. When she won the Nobel Prize, many people wanted to have a big party to celebrate with her. But Mother Teresa had another idea. She suggested they use the money to buy food for the poor people instead. She said that the money for one big meal could buy food for a poor family for 1 year.
Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Story 4. I Care. Zach sees a man on the street. The man looks sad. He asks his dad why the man is there. His dad says, "There can be many reasons for that. Maybe the man has no job. Maybe he is sick. Or he has not eaten all day." Zach stops to talk to the man. "I am Zach," he says. "I care about you. Here is a sandwich. I hope you like it." "Thank you, Zach," the man says and takes the sandwich.
Here is a sandwich.
Story 5. Watching the bird. My grandma is old. She stays in the house a lot. I ask her what she does all day. Grandma says, "I like to watch birds. I sit here in my favorite chair and watch the birds all day long." "Don't you feel bored?" I ask her. "No. I see many birds every day. Bluebirds, yellowbirds, and blackbirds. They come to eat, play, and sing. It is fun to watch," says my grandma.
You lovely bird.
Story 6. Getting up early. Grandpa loves to work. He wakes up at 4 o'clock every morning. What does he do so early in the morning? He cleans the street. He often says, "I'm happy that I can work. I feel good that my work makes others happy too. My grandpa is the best. I hope I can be like him when I grow up. But I don't know if I could get up that early."
It's a beautiful morning to work outside.
Story 7. Twins. Bob and Barb are brother and sister. They like to ride their bikes. They like to play in the sand. They like to read. They share many things. They share a birthday too. How can a brother and sister have the same birthday? That's easy. They are twins. They were born on the same day.
Happy birthday!
Story 8. Fireworks. Today is a special day. It is the Spring Festival. What do we look forward to during this festival? We look forward to watching the fireworks. The beautiful colors light up the sky, and the loud sounds fill the air. Fireworks make people happy on this special day. They give us the smell of the Chinese New Year.
Fireworks are beautiful.
Story 9. Karen had a cold. 1. Karen felt so tired one morning. She didn't want to wake up. Her mother touched her head and said, "Karen, you are so hot. You have a fever. You will not go to school today." Karen was happy. She could stay home with her mom. It would be a fun day at home. Then her mom took out a pill. She said, "This pill will help you break the fever." Uh-oh. That's a fever. Story 10. Karen had a cold. 2. Karen didn't like the pill. Her mom said, "Don't you want to get better soon?" Finally, Karen agreed to give it a try. Karen's mother showed her how to take the medicine. Then she put the pill in Karen's mouth and said, "You're a good girl. You can do it." Karen took a big drink of water. Then she moved her head back quickly and swallowed. When she opened her mouth, the pill was gone. It's gone. Good girl, Karen.
Story 11.
Honey Tree. 3 little bears are walking in the woods. They want to eat something sweet. They see a hole in a tree. "That's where the bees keep honey," says one bear. "It is very sweet." He puts his paw in the hole. "Buzz, buzz, buzz. Ouch!" he screams. What happened? The bees stung him. The 3 bears run away. They do not get to eat honey today. Ouch!
Story 12. Riddle. I have a question for you, says Billy. It is yours, but everyone uses it more than you do. What is it? Sally thinks hard. It is mine, but others use it more than I do. What can it be? Now Sally smiles. She knows what it is. My name, of course, she says. Lots of people use her name, but Sally almost never does.
Let's see if Tom can answer.
Story 13. Loud Birds. Two young bluebirds are singing. I am the best singer in all the world, says one bird. No, I am the best singer, says the other. Each bird tries to sing the loudest. Along comes a wise old bluebird. Be careful, he says. If you sing too loudly, a cat will hear you. Then it will try to catch you. No matter who is the best singer, you both will be in danger.
Look out, you two!
Story 14. The Tree in the Backyard. 1. There is a tree in our backyard. It brings small, yellow flowers each spring. The tree has been there for all these years, even in the coldest winter. But this spring, the yellow flowers didn't show up. What could be wrong? My mother looked at the tree. She told us sadly, the tree is dead.
The tree is dead?
Story 15. The Tree in the Backyard. 2. Why didn't the tree live through the last winter? I asked. It wasn't a cold winter. My mother looked at the tree. She noticed that the roots came out of the ground, which was caused by a strong wind in the fall. This must be the reason, she said. We didn't protect the roots. The tree is gone. Now, I know how important the roots are.
Roots are important to everything.
Story 16. Farmers. Farmers have a good job. They work outdoors and get lots of good fresh air and sun. They work hard. No matter what the weather is, farmers are out there working. What do farmers do? They grow food for the world. Whenever you taste good food, remember who grew it for you. Stop and say, "Thank you, farmer. The work you do is really important." Lovely weather. Thank you, son.
Story 17. Wedding Gift. 1. My grandfather loves fishing. He has told me many of his fishing stories. Back in the 1960s, his sister was about to get married. Grandpa's father wanted to give his only daughter a nice wedding gift, a bike. But the family was poor. They had no money to buy a bike. What did they do?
My father wanted to give my sister a bicycle.
Story 18. wedding gift. 2. To help their father, my grandfather went fishing with his young brother. It was early spring. They had fishing rods and a fishing net with them too. They fished in the river. In half a day, they got a full bucket of fish. They went to the city and sold all the fish quickly. The money was just enough to buy a new bike.
I hope we catch many fish today.
Story 19. Special Paintings. My mother saw a man sitting at the corner of the street. Beside him were his paintings. She talked to the man. He said that he used to be homeless. Painting gave him a new life. His paintings were actually very good. My mother bought 2 paintings. Each cost her $20. Later, my mom said to me, "Why would anyone spend $1 million on a painting? The money can give new lives to many people on the street."
Painting gave me a new life. Story 20. One Eye Open. Can you imagine sleeping with one eye open? Well, fruit bats don't think this is strange. When fruit bats sleep, they only close one eye. Why do they do this? Scientists think it is to stay safe from other animals who might want to eat them. When a fruit bat sleeps, part of its brain is asleep and part is awake. Wow! Guess whether I'm asleep or awake.
Story 21. How old is she? 1. Emily's grandma lives in a forest. She is very, very old. Nobody knows how old she is. She doesn't know her date of birth either. It doesn't matter. She grows her own vegetables and cooks her own food. Once in a while, her children and grandchildren come to visit her. She enjoys living alone. She doesn't care how old she is.
Grandma, you don't remember your birthday?
Story 22. How old is she? 2. One day, Emily and her 2 brothers came to clean their grandma's house. When they started moving her things around in the house, they found an old piece of paper. It was her birth certificate. On it, they found Grandma's date of birth. Grandma was born on April 5th, 1916. Wow! She is 102 years old.
This is Grandma's birthday.
Story 23.
What did Gandhi say? When someone hurts you, what do? There is an old saying that goes, an eye for an eye, or a tooth for a tooth. It means, if you hurt me, I'll hurt you the same way. Can you imagine what the world would be like if we all lived like this? Gandhi understood it best. He said, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Spread peace and love.
Story 24. Magic Carpet. My aunt was telling me a story about a boy. The boy had a flying carpet. He could go anywhere he liked on his magic carpet, she said. My mother laughed and said, I wish we had a magic carpet. Then it would clean itself. We all laughed.
Wish I had a magic carpet.
Story 25. No flowers today. On a spring day, my mother went to buy some flowers. On the way, she saw many people on the street. What's going on? She asked. There is a race. People are running and walking to raise money for cancer research, one lady told my mother. So what did my mother do? She parked the car on the street and joined the people walking.
It's a race day today.
Story 26. Dad's new hammer. My mother bought my father a hammer for his birthday. He was so proud. Dad went around looking for ways to use it. At last, he found a nail sticking up in the floor. Watch this. My father swung the hammer back. Bang! Dad broke my mother's best lamp. My mother looked at him and said, Why don't you practice outside for a while?
Watch this.
Story 27.
Fix the hole. 1. Based on a Chinese tale. One morning, a man found that one of his sheep was missing from the pen. Where has it gone? He was puzzled. After checking the pen carefully, he found a hole in the wall of the pen. A wolf had broken into the pen and eaten the sheep. Well, he said, the wolf has taken one of my sheep. So he walked away sadly and went to tell his neighbor. Oh no, who did that?
Story 28.
Fix the hole. 2. Based on a Chinese tale.
The man's
His neighbor said, You had better fix the hole quickly.
The man said,
The sheep has already been taken. What is the use of fixing the hole?
Then
The next morning, when he went to check his sheep, he found that another sheep was missing. The wolf had come back and eaten a sheep again. Now the man understood that his neighbor was right. Immediately he fixed the hole. From then on, no more sheep were taken by the wolf. You need to fix the hole right away.
Story 29. The River. See that river? Do you know where it's coming from? From the mountains far away. In the mountains, the river was small. Soon, little rivers came into it. It got big, and then it got bigger. Where is the river going? To the sea far away. Fish live in this river. Kids swim in it. It is filled with many living things. Many living things call this river home.
Home sweet home.
Story 30.
Let's fly a kite. Jim wanted to fly a kite. His father asked him, What do we need to fly a kite? A kite, said Jim. Of course. What else? His father asked again. Jim didn't know. We need a lot of space to run and let the kite fly, his father said. That's not all. We need something else. What is it then? Asked Jim. We need wind. Lots of wind, his father said loudly.